Talk politics. New tonight, the Supreme Court has ruled the Trump administration can deport Venezuelan migrants under a centuries-old law, but must allow court hearings first. The decision split along ideological lines, requiring legal challenges to happen in Texas, not Washington. This follows President Trump invoking the Alien Enemies Act to target alleged gang members from El Salvador. The U.S. and Iran will hold nuclear talks on Saturday. President Trump warns of serious consequences if Iran's nuclear weapons program isn't stopped. While the president wants direct talks, Iran insists on indirect discussions mediated by Oman. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who visited the White House today, supports Trump's efforts, stressing the shared goal of preventing a nuclear-armed Iran. The two leaders also discussed trade, Middle East tensions, and the Israel-Hamas war. Israel's strikes on Gaza have killed over 60 people today, displacing 400,000 people. The conflict has left over 61,700 Palestinians dead, with hundreds of thousands still missing and wounded. A recent Israeli strike in Gaza killed 2 journalists and injured 9 others. The United Nations is urging a ceasefire, as over 1,000 children have been killed or injured since the truce between Israel and Hamas ended on March 18th. Hostages still being held, of course. The U.S.-China trade war is heating up. Today, President Trump threatened a 50% tariff hike on Chinese goods unless Beijing drops its counter tariffs. China's calling it blackmail and says it'll hit back, possibly by cutting U.S. farm purchases and tightening exports. If both sides proceed, tariffs on Chinese imports could hit more than 100% this year. The stock market took a wild ride today. The Dow plunged 1,700 points and rebounded 900. Analysts say over $5 trillion in value has been lost in stocks this past week.
So we will focus like a laser beam on the 83% of global trade that is beyond the United States. Vast opportunities.
The European Union's ready to negotiate tariffs but won't back down. This after the U.S. imposed a 20% tariff on EU goods. The EU says it's open to a deal, even proposing 0 tariffs on industrial goods. But they warn if talks fail, they're prepared to respond. Apple will manufacture more iPhones in India to the U.S. to offset the high cost of China tariffs. It's according to the Wall Street Journal. Trump's latest tariff hike pushes levies on Chinese goods to 54%, while Apple's hoping for an exemption. It's not taking any chances. With the iPhone making up half its revenue and supply chains still tied to China, investors are nervous. Apple stock has dropped 19% in just 3 days. Its worst slide in decades.
It was a magic of the price system, the impersonal operation of prices, that brought them together and got them to cooperate to make this pencil so that you could have it for a trifling sum.
Elon Musk throwing shade at the White House trade policies on X. He posted a Milton Friedman clip backing free trade and questioned ex-Trump advisor Peter Navarro's credentials. Washington Post says Musk made a direct appeal to President Trump to reverse new tariffs after Tesla stock dropped 20% following Trump's announcement last week. New at 11, a Chinese automaker is overtaking Tesla and reshaping the auto industry. Look at that. BYD, which stands for Build Your Dreams, is now the world's top electric vehicle maker, hitting $100 billion in global sales. It's affordable electric vehicles, some under $10,000, have batteries that charge in just 5 minutes, while BYD cars aren't in the U.S. due to 100% tariff, doubling the price of the car, thriving in Europe, Mexico, and South America.